Welcome back to Catalysis for another episode of Diablo 2.7 wishlist. This time we'll be talking about Demon Hunter. So let's start with the Shadow Mantra set. Shadow Mantra set is currently the best set for Demon Hunter. We can use it for solo pushing and is part of the 4-man meta. The ninja gameplay is just fun. What I'll suggest is we just buff the damage slightly to close the gap between the discrepancy of casts and also provide a better damage bonus in the 4 set. This way we don't have to always equip Aquila Carasis for the 50% damage reduction. And this will open up customization for different toys. So I'm not quite sure about the math of these two items, but it sounds to be fun. So how about give this and let us try it out. So what I suggest is we can also make cow traps into a damaging item, which would deal 400% weapon damage to every enemy it hit, and also this will provide the AoE damage needed for the shadow sets. Another item that I think would be fun is make Ward gain action shot, and action shot now release 4 impel shots. So basically we can just impel from one place to another place releasing the shots. So this shot would not be that controllable, so it shouldn't be very useful for pushing, but maybe we can make it into a fast 60 greater width builds with this item. So let's go to Unhollow Essence sets. So Unhollow Essence sets have 2 builds, which is multi-shot and grenade build. Currently is not doing enough damage, it's about 10 level behind, so which means that we have to have around 4 times of damage or 2 point something times of damage. One thing that I like about this set is it have very clean, very fast, very streamlined gameplay, and this is what I think Demon Hunter should be. It's very satisfying. So what I suggest is we can extend the fun. Instead of just having multi-shot in it, we can also have weapon fire, caster arrow, strafe, any skill that you name it. Alright. So with that, I also suggest to buff the damage to 80%. As I said, it's 10 greater width level behind, so 2 times is still not enough, but it should help. And I think we can absorb the caster arrow set into it by introducing a resource cost reduction for Manticore, because right now the Marauder set is about 6,400% damage increase. Now with 80% is similar to that. So this is why I think it will also be viable. The good thing about this set is it don't have the ramp up time of Marauder set, so that the gameplay would be more clean and satisfying. We don't have to have that much of ramp up and casting turret that kind of bullshit. So on to Marauder set, we got 2 build caster arrow set, and then there is 5 Natali, 3 Marauder Chacon builds. Right now the sentries is not the focus of this set, which is a shame because they are so much fun, and right now it's just feel like a buff skill that we have to press, we have to maintain, and it's really annoying. And the ramp up time is also very bad, so what I suggest is maybe we can change this back into a pet set. So what we can do is we can just remove the when you do requirement for the 4 set, so that it will fire on its own. This way we can use back task and deal, and like in the 2.1 Demon Hunter build. And I agree that those set would be too passive, so that's why the 6 sets now we have to attack the enemy with us by ourselves, so that it will pop another 800% increase of damage. Since now the damage focus is on sentry, so what I feel like is we can update Bombardier Rexet, so that each cast now submit 2 sentry. So basically we have 3 charge, and each charge have 2 centuries, so in total a maximum of 6 centuries. So this way the rank up time is decreased, and we can just pace the centuries better, and the gameplay will be more satisfying. Uh, Also, I think we can start companion build. So the Cove of Guruf, what we can do is we can also include a damage bonus for Wolf or Companion. And Raven Wing, we can also make the Raven summon into Companion, and also make Companion deal increased damage when it's empowered. So basically what we need to do with this set is we have to stack cooldown reduction to maintain 100% uptime on that, and then we can keep on empowering them and let the companion melt our enemy. Lastly, let's talk about Latalia's Vengeance. So it got great gameplay. I like to channels drift around and then hit everything with Ring on Vengeance. It need a damage buff. So what I feel like is we can just increase the damage in the 4th set and the 6th set slightly. It doesn't have to be a lot. We also increase damage in the crushing ring. All of this should bring the gap close. Lastly, I think we can introduce an item that increase attack speed so that we can fire Ring of Vengeance more often. And talking about increased attack speed, I think there's nothing better than Reinforce. So Reinforce in Diablo 2 increase attack speed, damage, and stow some mana. So in here, I think what we can do is we can have it to have 20% increased attack speed and damage. It would be come 44% of increased damage overall, which make it compete with Dawn, because now every build is using Dawn. Besides of that, we can also make it gain some resources in the honor of this mana leech. And I think some passive skill also need to be changed. Let's start with archeries. Right now it's just no one is using it. Double the effect would make it more viable. And for Blood Vengeance, I put this effect into Night Stalker so that it would generate more hatred and then have maximum hatred increase. So basically this take care of all our resources problem. With that change, Blood Vengeance, as suggested by its name, I think it should be a damaging ability. So what it can do is it can now increase the damage to demon by 30%. And for Demon Hunter, if they can't deal with demon more efficiently than other cards, I don't think it should be called Demon Hunter. So I think this change would strengthen the fantasy of being a Demon Hunter, and I think this is something that I would like to see in 2.7. So this is the end of today's episode. Hope you enjoy. See you next time.